I'm Stacie Zinn Roberts, and I'm the host of Live Your Passion. Oh, we have such a great show for you today. My dear, dear friend, Susanna Tocco, is the owner of Anahata Spiritual Center in Naples, Florida. She's the person who taught me Qigong and helped to change my life. So I had to share her with you. She is a metaphysical therapist. She does Qigong and yoga and crystal therapy, all different types of spiritual practices, and some of them may be of benefit to you. So we're going to talk with Susanna today about all the wonderful things that she's been able to share.
Yay!
Thank you and welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And we are here at Anahata. I'm in Naples, Florida today. Lucky me. And
It's warm.
it is actually warm, but you can see my hair's very curly.
It's humid.
It's very humid. So, Susanna, take us on a little bit on your journey. How did you first become interested in spirituality and the metaphysical?
All right. So back in about 1994, I started to question some things that I had been taught in my youth and decided to see what else was out there because it just didn't seem to set right with me. And so I started searching, and my path has led me through many different types of religious and spiritual studies, and one thing really led to another, kind of like path work. Okay. And little cobblestone path. But little bumpy, little turny, twisty.
Yes.
But ultimately, I landed here in Naples in 2001.
Yes.
And was taking the path of horticulture, believe it or not. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I was in school back in Orlando, going to school for horticulture. And when we moved here, the college had said that they had a program that was getting ready to be developed. I had about a 6 to 8 month wait. That's about 12 years ago. I still don't have the horticulture program. So after about 8 months of waiting, I decided maybe I need a new path and talked to a good friend of mine who had just become a massage therapist. And I was working full-time in a health food store, and things had started to kind of open up for me in new ways of thinking. With her suggestion about massage therapy, I decided to try something completely out of realm. And it kind of lined up for me. I felt like, at least at that point in time, it was my true calling. And I'm glad I did it. It brought me to understand things at deeper levels and really opened a lot of doors for me that otherwise hadn't been opened. So for 10 years, I was a therapist.
A massage therapist.
Massage therapist. And through that, I learned different energy healing techniques and working with crystals and such. And voila.
So when you say energy healing, what do you mean? How do you describe that?
Right now, I practice Reiki.
Yes.
And quantum touch, which is very similar to Reiki, but it is practiced slightly different. Okay. And I also have developed a couple of other ways of incorporating different techniques that I have learned on my path, and have kind of put them in my big cauldron, stirred them up, and created my own therapy. Good. So it's not things that I just came up with, but it's other people's teachings that I saw how one related to another and related to another, and they just seemed to fit together like a puzzle piece. And that's how I came up with my own treatment.
That is so interesting, because I think that's what happens when you know you're on the right path.
Yeah.
That all of these types of information come at you from different places, and then you, in your own way, are able to make sense of it and then share it back with the world.
Yes, exactly.
Don't you just? I just got the chills. Just when you know that you're going in the right direction, it sort of gels. So you have the Susanna way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm gonna trademark that now.
And why do you think that? Well, if not everybody might know what metaphysical means. Like, how would we describe that?
Yeah, I guess the most popular terminology for metaphysical is New Age.
Yeah.
Though I guess a lot of people think like Enya, which is nice, yeah. But New Age has really blossomed into so many different categories and different things that metaphysical, I think, is a better umbrella term for it.
Mm-hmm.
And because it does incorporate spiritual and even religion. You don't have to be on any specific path to benefit from metaphysical studies. Or you could be on a very specific path. So
Yes.
it can be completely open-ended or very specific.
But metaphysical doesn't have to. It doesn't not include Christianity or
Exactly.
or Judaism or any of the other established religions.
It, depending on how you approach it, it can be religious or non-religious. And if you really truly look at religions, they are metaphysical.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a way to kind of look at spiritual thought and incorporate lots of different ideas.
Exactly.
As well as whatever church or synagogue or mosque you may belong
Exactly.
to. Yes.
Yeah.
It's all complementary.
It is, yeah.
It's good.
We're all on the same path, technically. There's just different ways of getting there. Yeah.
Yeah. So why do you think people could benefit from metaphysical studies?
I believe probably the biggest benefit people would receive is that they learn how to listen to themselves and they learn their own hidden powers, because we're all born, we're all born with different intuitions and different ways of perceiving the world, and we forget. We're either told by our parents, fairies don't exist, or we're told by our parents, oh, you really don't see that, you really don't hear that. And eventually society kind of knocks these intuitions out of us. And through metaphysics studies, you can recapture a lot of what we're innately born with.
Even just the idea of a gut feeling.
Yep.
That's part of it.
Exactly.
Now, I did mention earlier that you are the person who introduced me to Qigong.
Yes.
This wonderful woman would invite me to come to the beach at sunset and do exercises that would gather the energy of the universe and pull it in. And I still feel it in me.
Yep.
I still feel that source. Can you?
It's pretty powerful. It's hard to explain. And it's one of those experiences that you have to have, I think, in order to understand it completely and fully. But it does tap you into, and I think it helps people realize the truth of there really is something else out there. It's not just, here we are, we're people. And I think it really helps explain we're not a body having a spiritual existence. We're a spirit having a body existence.
Absolutely.
And Qigong, to me, ties that all in together, because you can feel the powers that are out there and the energies that are out there that you can't see. Like, they don't seem tangible, but Qigong makes it tangible. It makes it real. You can physically feel it. And once you physically feel it, it shatters a lot of preconceptions you have about
that we're absolutely disconnected, because it's just not true.
Yeah.
Deepak Chopra, I sat through several of his lectures in person, and he talked really on a molecular level how everything is energy. You know, we know that from science, that everything is energy, and you can feel the energy around you. Sometimes, if you're in a crowd, you feel that electricity, right? So Qigong helps you to kind of tap into that.
Yes,
right?
It does. It helps you understand it and feel it. And like here, you're just talking about going into a crowd and how you feel other people's energy or something. It's very similar to that. Like if you feel somebody at your back, or you feel somebody's looking at you, and it makes that more understandable. And it definitely helped me understand how my energy affects somebody else's energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you demonstrate a little bit about the sphere?
All right. So everybody's going to do this with us.
Yes.
Okay.
This is participation.
All right. So just whoop. There we go.
Okay.
I had to see my hands on the screen. You're going to make your hands look like you're holding a sphere. And you'll start to just pulsate nice and slow. So not too fast, but just nice and slow pulsating. And you can even move your hands around the sphere.
Do you feel that?
You'll start to feel the energy that's between your two hands pressing back towards your hand.
I feel it.
It's almost like it's pressing against you. And that is Qi. That is the energy. Qi actually translates into the word energy.
Oh my gosh.
So once you do this, and you can press against it. Press. And you're not going to have your hands touch each other. There's space between it. You're still holding onto that sphere. It's pressing back against you. And then you can bring it right in.
Wasn't that great?
And that's what Qigong does. It brings that energy and it harnesses the energy and it manipulates it in a way so that you can actually pull it into your being and work with it. And then once the Qi is in, it moves through your body and does healing.
Feels so good.
It does.
Okay. My gosh. How could people get started? If you ever come to Florida, you have to come to Anahata and take a class and meet Susanna and benefit from all of her experience, which has been many, many years and intensive study and certifications all down the wall. It's too long to even tell you. But if you are not able to come to Naples right away, what's the best way for someone to get started in this kind of work?
Yeah. Well, there's usually a metaphysical or holistic healing type center in most towns these days. If there's not, you can even approach a yoga center. Mm-hmm. The internet.
Yes.
Google. You can Google everything. But look for a teacher. And it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody who's taught for years. I say meet the people, see who you vibe with, see who you connect with energetically. Yeah. You'll feel it when it's the right person for you. And they don't have to have a bunch of certifications, but it's nice if you energetically connect with them. And once you find that teacher, you can explore with them. A lot of teachers, depending on certification, have required CEUs that they have to take. And so, there's different classes you can go to. And you could probably go with them and learn even more and deepen your practice as well. But there's so many resources out there. Most big cities have a Natural Awakenings. You can probably find a teacher practitioner in that magazine as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Any type of metaphysical magazine. Natural Awakenings is a nationally franchised magazine. We have one in Seattle too.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Ann Dorn, my friend, is the publisher there. Hi, Ann.
Yay.
A little shout out. So, as you know, I created the What's Your Avocado concept that says that everyone has something about them that's special. And we call that key element your avocado. And the trick is to identify your avocado and act on it so that you actually get to be the person that you feel that you're supposed to be while you're here. So take me to your aha moment, your avocado moment, when you knew what you're here to do and how you're going to do it.
I was actually working for a chiropractor at the time who I adored. She was my chiropractor throughout my pregnancy and after I birthed my daughter. And I enjoyed working with her, but I was kind of limited to what I could do as a massage therapist because being in a clinical setting, I couldn't get overly spiritual. And some of my clients were open to crystals and some of my clients weren't. And for, gosh, I can't even remember when I first got into crystals. I was a kid. So we're talking like early 80s, mid 80s that I first got into crystals, and they really speak to me, and I wanted to use them in healing modality with my clients. Okay. And I wanted to use them the way I wanted to use them.
Yes.
No one telling me how to do it. And when I was out on a private call with a private client, I started telling her about my idea of wanting to open up my own space so that I could do what I want to do and just be my own boss. And by the grace of powers to be, my very good friend, Jessica Robertson, gave me some seed fund money and helped me open up my doors. And without her, I would not have Anahata. And so much gratitude to her every single day. But that was really my aha moment, was having the guts to tell somebody my dream. I mean, because up until then, it was just
to
here.
speak your truth.
Yeah, like it was just here, and I kept wanting to do more and more, and just couldn't figure out how to do it. And so I finally was just like, I want to do my own thing. So,
And when you gave voice to that, an angel walked in the door to help you get it started.
Yeah, pretty much, because she was the first person I told.
She was the first person you told, and she was the one who gave you the seed money.
Yeah. So
that's all you had to do is just
thank
ask.
Jessica.
Thank you, Jessica.
So yeah.
Wonderful. So then, what advice would you give to other people who live their to live their passion? Because you certainly do, and that's the name of this show. What advice would you give to other people who have something burning inside them and that they want to express in some way? What would you say?
Don't be afraid of how hard it is, because it's hard. I mean, I have literally jumped over so many hurdles. I've learned a lot of lessons. I've trusted the wrong people. I've trusted the right people. Don't be afraid of trusting the wrong people, because even though they're the wrong people and they might be there for the wrong reasons and have not the best intentions, they teach you the best lessons. Yeah. The good people are the good people, and you'll always know that. And they're also there to teach you the best lessons too. But just don't be afraid. Do it. It's going to be hard. It's very rare that it's super easy and just lands in your lap. And even though I had this blessing with Jessica, I mean, the rest of it was definitely an uphill battle. Mm-hmm. I had my first 2 years was just, I kept thinking, what did I do? Why am I doing this? And I would go into work and I would be so happy that I loved what I was doing, but then in the same token, I would be looking at my books or, looking at my computer and going, oh, the business part, whoa, this is not what I thought it was going to be, even though I did know that that's what it was going to be. But yeah, just do it. Do it.
Good advice. And also, people will show up who have expertise that you don't have.
Yeah.
Bookkeeping help or
Ask,
yeah, like you said, you gave voice to your dream and someone gave you the money.
Yep.
Sometimes I need bookkeeping help and I put it out there. My friend Kim Kelly showed up and said, well, I can help you with that. People just show up.
They do. Yep.
So just trust the process.
Trust the process, yeah. Good
advice. What's the best way, Susanna, for people to get in touch with you here at Anahata?
Well, we have a website. Our website is anahatanaples.com. That's ANAHATA Naples.com.
And we will put that on the Live Your Passion TV website as well. And Anahata has a special meeting.
Yes. I love sharing this part. Okay. So Anahata is Sanskrit for the heart chakra. The heart chakra is your energy center for love, peace, compassion, and friendship. And part of the opening of Anahata, I contacted a local astrologer here in town and asked her the best date to open the doors. And February 14th, Valentine's Day, happened to be in the chart. So we opened up the Heart Center on Valentine's Day. So we're actually getting ready to celebrate our anniversary this month.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we opened in 2010, and we look forward to being open in many, many, many more years to come.
Many, many. So please do contact Susanna if you have any questions about metaphysical therapy or if you want to come in for
energy, chakra harmony.
Yes.
That's what I created, chakra harmony. I would also like to say for people who are distant, we do offer Skype, Google Plus, or FaceTime for anybody who is not living here in Naples, or even for people who are part-time in Naples. We have a lot of seasonal people, so when they go back home to their northern states, they could still keep in contact with us via the internet.
Can you sit in on classes by?
A lot of our classes you can. I would say about 95% of the classes I teach, except for my yoga classes, you can Skype in. Oh. And we do offer it on some of our other classes as well.
That's great. So wherever you are, you can get access to her.
Yay!
Well, I just want to say, Susanna Tocco, thank you so much for all you've shared with me and for being a guest today.
Yeah, and it's been really fun watching her. I watched you blossom and create this, and it's been really amazing to know that I was a part of your journey and to watch everything you've accomplished, because it's
Thank you so much.
Watch out for this one.
Thank you so much.
You're going to do big things.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to cry.
Okay, sorry.
So I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. I'm Stacie Zinn Roberts, and this is Live Your Passion. Oh, and the book is out now, so please pick up a copy on Amazon.com. How to Live Your Passion and Fulfill Your Dreams.
Yay!
Thanks.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.